The 6 o'clock news starts right
You got
now.
any weapons on you or anything, bud? You got any weapons on you?
Sir, I need to go.
Do you got any weapons on you? That's what I'm asking you.
Sir.
He snuck a gun into the Bexar County Jail, and now body camera video shows several SAPD officers failed to thoroughly search that teenager who was arrested earlier this month.
And that 19-year-old Jesus Gonzalez was able to get a gun into a secure area in the Bexar County Jail and then take his own life. KSAT Investigates Lee Waldman dug through the video and found the policies that San Antonio police officers did not follow.
Sir, what's your name?
Sorry?
What's your name?
What for?
What for? Because you have a warrant out for your arrest, bud.
This is the moment officers with the San Antonio Police Department first approached 19-year-old Jesus Gonzalez outside of his work on Tezel Road. Around 11:25 in the morning on March 3rd, Officer Abdiel Munoz and Officer Gary Coleman pushed the teen against the side of the building and placed him in handcuffs, arresting him on a felony domestic violence warrant.
You know what your warrant's for. You already know what it's for.
What is it for?
After this exchange, Officer Munoz motions to go, and Gonzalez is led towards a patrol unit by Officer Coleman and Officer Tristan Silva. More than a dozen times, Gonzalez asked to go to the restroom or to be taken inside.
You got any weapons on you or anything, bud? You got any weapons on you?
Sir, I need to go.
Do you got any weapons on you? That's what I'm asking you.
Sir.
From Munoz's body-worn camera, you can see the officer start looking in Gonzalez's pockets. Silva and Coleman's body-worn cameras catch the moment too. Munoz removes Gonzalez's wallet, counts the cash in front of him before placing it in an envelope. At this point, Supervisor Steven Bertina arrives. His body-worn camera shows as Munoz goes back to Gonzalez and empties out the rest of his pockets.
Let's see real quick. There's chapstick. Quarters.
This was the extent of SAPD's search of Gonzalez. No pat down before he's placed in the back of a cruiser. Not even an hour later, deputies say Gonzalez pulled out a gun from underneath his clothes while being booked in the Bexar County Jail and took his own life. SAPD policy regarding searching prisoners states transporting officers are held accountable for prisoners arriving at the detention facility or processing room with a weapon. SAPD policy also states officers are supposed to ask prisoners questions about their mental health and suicidal thoughts before releasing them to the detention center personnel. At no point in the almost 40-minute ride in Munoz's patrol car does he ask Gonzalez anything about his mental health. For KSAT Investigates, I'm Lee Waldman.
Now, we asked SAPD if we could speak with Chief William McManus about this. We were told that he wasn't available since this case is being investigated by Internal Affairs.
But SAPD did tell us that all 4 officers involved in Gonzalez's arrest are still on active duty. Tonight, we have a major development in a tragic story out of Southeast Bexar County we've been following, and we do want to warn, the details are disturbing.
Today, San Antonio police confirmed that the family that was found dead after a house fire earlier this month was the result of a murder-suicide. You remember that this happened back on March 8th near Southton Road and I-37. That right there was the scene after fire crews put flames out at the home, which was on Wrangler Run.
After 3 weeks of investigating, SAPD tells us evidence shows that 44-year-old Alfredo Pescador shot and killed 3 of his family members before setting the home on fire and then taking his own life. The victims are 40-year-old Blanca, 19-year-old Leslie, and a 13-year-old boy who SAPD has not identified.
SAPD didn't give any other details out about this, but they say that they're still investigating. Of course, we'll continue to follow the story and we'll bring you any developments on air and online. In other news now, a grand jury indicted the 3 people suspected in the shooting deaths of an 18-year-old pregnant woman, her 22-year-old boyfriend, and their unborn child.
Police say that back in December, Christopher Preciado killed Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra during a drug deal gone bad, and that his parents helped him hide the bodies. Christopher Preciado facing several charges, including capital murder of multiple persons, as well as abuse of a corpse.
Now, his father, Ramon Preciado, is charged with abuse of a corpse and altering, destroying, or concealing a human corpse. Investigators say that he helped his son hide the bodies of Matthew and Savannah. Now, as for Christopher's stepmother, she's facing the same charges as Ramon and also facing charges of tampering with evidence. Police arrested all three of them back in January. Now, we looked at court records today. They're still in jail, and their arraignment is set for Friday.
Do you get sick when you're around things like car exhaust or certain perfumes, maybe nail polish or even hairspray? You'll want to pay attention to this next story then, especially if you're thinking about having kids.
So researchers at UT Health San Antonio are saying that parents with a high chemical intolerance are more likely to have children with autism or ADHD. They published their findings earlier this month after they surveyed more than 4,700 parents. Garrett Berger asked the study's senior author what this means for you.
In recent decades, the prevalence of people with ADHD or autism have increased. Dr. Claudia Miller and her colleagues think they may have a reason why.
And this is why we think autism has been increasing over the last several generations, especially since World War II, because our exposures to these foreign chemicals, if you will, are all mostly new since that time.
In a study published in the Journal of Xenobiotics, the researchers found a possible link between the two disorders and chemical intolerance. That's an issue, Miller says, can be caused by large or repeated exposure to toxicants like pesticides, solvents, toxic mold, or smoke from chemical fires. The researchers believe that affects mast cells, which are part of the immune system. Then, when you're exposed to smaller doses of those toxicants, or even certain foods or fragrances, you feel sick. And the state of your mast cells, the researchers believe, could affect your child's likelihood of developing autism or ADHD.
Even prior to conception. So if you're thinking about having a child, you don't want to have exposures like that if you can avoid it.
They found parents with the highest chemical intolerance issues were almost 6 times more likely to have a child with autism than those with the least issues, and about twice as likely to have a kid with ADHD. Because it was just an observational study, they need more research before they can confirm it's a cause.
It's enough evidence. There's enough evidence to intervene.
But intervene how? Miller says you can avoid further exposure to chemicals, or if you're already intolerant, to your triggers. So using things like non-toxic cleaners and avoiding items like fragrances, pesticides, toxic mold, or even nail polish could help you from increasing your risk. But she can't say if anything will lower it.
The most important thing probably is how we regulate products in this country and what gets onto the market and the things people then use in their homes.
Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
So that begs the question, how do you know if you're chemically intolerant, right? There is a quiz that's out there that can get you started on finding that answer. It's pretty simple as you start out here. It's just 3 questions, all yes or no answers.
So this is called the Brief Environmental Exposure and Sensitivity Inventory, or BRESI. The first question is here. It's, do you feel sick when you're exposed to tobacco smoke, certain fragrances, nail polish remover, paint thinner, fresh tar or asphalt, cleaning supplies, new carpet or furnishings? Yes, it's a long list.
Second question, are you unable to tolerate or do you have adverse or allergic reactions to any drugs or medications or to an implant, prosthesis, contraceptive chemical or device, or other medical, surgical, dental material or procedures?
And here's the third question. Are you unable to tolerate or do you have adverse reactions to any foods like dairy products, wheat, corn, eggs, caffeine, alcoholic beverages, or food additives? Now, if you answer yes to any of these questions, UT Health then recommends that you take a much more detailed quiz, and that's called the KSAT.
Yeah, that's a lot longer than this one.
Yeah.
It asks you how you rank how you're impacted by exposure to certain chemicals or foods, how bad some of these things make you feel. Now, we have both of these questionnaires posted on our website right now. You can take them for yourself. You can find those at KSAT.com.
At any rate, it's a good thing to know. In other news now, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office says that criminals are targeting neighborhoods in West Bexar County. An attempted car break-in that was caught on camera, you see it there, was only the beginning of the trouble. That was early this morning. Deputies are saying that the armed suspect later pointed a gun at them, then led them on a chase that ended with a fiery crash on Highway 90. So far, deputies have arrested 5 people. Now, hiding his face, the car owner told us that he's glad that he didn't confront the suspects outside his home.
It's pretty scary, because you never know what their intentions are or why they're doing what they're doing.
That attempted car burglary was in the same West Bexar County neighborhood where another car owner was shot last month. That one was also caught on camera. And then yesterday morning, another chase ended with a crash nearby at Loop 1604 and Shanefield Road. 3 people in that car are accused of stealing mail.
We are now less than 2 weeks away from the total solar eclipse that will take over South Texas. And if you plan to watch it, I'm sure you do, you're going to need something first.
Something really important. Right now, our KSAT Weather Authority team is helping you to get ready to view the eclipse. So let's go on live to Yanaguana Gardens, where meteorologists Mia Montgomery and Sarah Spivey are about to give out eclipse glasses, and they're super excited.
Oh, we are having a great time out here at Yanaguana Gardens at Hemisphere. Look at all these amazing people!
We have been doing raffles and we have been giving away these solar eclipse glasses. Now, it's super important that you have the protective eyewear for the solar eclipse because you don't want to be looking at the sun without these glasses. We are so excited because we've had just a really fun time with a lot of different people out here. Mia, I don't know about you, but I think this eclipse is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Absolutely. We have been gearing up for months for it, for years for it, and we're having a great time. We've had some music going, we've been jamming out, and everyone's so excited to get their hands on this.
Did you guys win raffles?
Yeah! They got their swag bag!
Okay, so we're going to continue to give out glasses until 6:45-7. If you want to stop by here, Yanaguana Gardens at Hemisphere. We're working today with Sunshine Cottage School for Deaf Children, so we're so excited.
Yeah, we'll check back in with you guys coming up a little bit later in the newscast.
See you then.
All right, Mia's got an important job. She's got the handful of glasses there. Countdown is on until 6:30.
That's right.
And the days.
Well, yes, you're right. The days, 12 days. April 8th is what we've been honing in on. And I want to point out that as we approach totality in the areas that will actually get totality, which is not all of our area, but I'll have a more specific map coming up later on in the newscast. We will have what's called the diamond ring right before totality. You'll see this little bit of a ring around most of the moon and then this bright shiny spot. So it kind of looks like a diamond ring, right? The ring and then the diamond shining right there. That diamond ring effect is just before totality. Then once that disappears, you wait a little bit, and if you're in a safe area and you know what you're doing, then you could take your glasses off for a little bit. We've got more information on KSAT.com. A little bit of shower activity out there right now, even some rumbles of thunder, especially as you get closer to New Braunfels. We'll take a closer look at this action, tell you where it's going next in just a bit.
All right, Adam, thank you. Speaking of going somewhere next, ooh, here's a look at your traffic. Yeah, it doesn't look so good at I-10 at Brazos. I mean, it is 6:11 rush hour. People are trying to go home, but you can see that one of the lanes there, the fourth lane, the right lane is blocked with all those cones. So just letting you know about that traffic.
You know it's there when you need it, but do you know how it works? What happens when you call 911? In a KSAT Explains, we're taking you inside a local emergency communication center. Think of it like a command center for emergencies happening all across our area. And a fee on your phone bill pays for this. We talk with both dispatchers and call takers who share what it's like to answer these calls day in and day out.
While she was on the phone, you heard the gun go off. You heard her scream.
Yeah, some of the emergencies that they deal with, they never forget. We'll walk you through what happens from the time a 911 call or text is answered and how your monthly fee funds it. KSAT Explains is coming up at 6:30.
Now up next, the battle in the courts over Texas's new controversial immigration law. Yeah, that continues. We're going to tell you where the law stands right now. Coming up.
Plus, hundreds of extra National Guard soldiers now in El Paso. The reason for the reinforcements along the border. Next.
But before we go, we want to bring you outside, a live look outside with our live cam. Ooh, look at how bright and pretty the skies look. Yeah, the day did start out rainy, but sunshine, my friends, is expected for the rest of the week. Meteorologist Adam Caskey has your full forecast after the break.
Today, 200 additional National Guard troops are now in El Paso as part of Governor Greg Abbott's Operation Lone Star. The reinforcements come after a recent rash of incidents with migrants along the border with Mexico. Now, according to the Texas Department of Public Safety, several migrants breached a fence last week and clashed with members of the National Guard. Over the weekend, officials say some migrants were cutting the razor wire put in place by state officials.
A federal appeals court ruled that the state's controversial immigration law is going to stay on hold. Right now, the court is considering whether the law violates the U.S. Constitution. The law, which you also know as SB 4, lets local and state officials arrest, detain, and deport people that they believe entered the U.S. illegally. Last week, the Supreme Court cleared the way for the law to take effect. But if you remember, hours later, the appeals court then blocked enforcement of the law. The appeals court is going to hear arguments on April 3rd as it considers whether the injunction is going to be upheld.
Let's turn to the forecast now. Nice to see a little bit of rain for some folks out there this morning, but things changing for the rest of the week, Adam.
Yeah, they are. And you'll notice the return of humidity, some morning fog and dampness and warmer temperatures. But I want to start here with our time lapse. Take a look at this. We're looking at the airport, looking off to the northwest, and you see just over the past 45 minutes, almost an hour, the rains start to move into the north side of San Antonio. Most of it's pretty light in nature and not very impactful, but will cause some wet roadways and delay maybe your baseball practice for a little bit. You look at the latest on authority radar, and this activity is moving its way from the northwest to the southeast. And some of the heaviest action just passing over I-35. New Braunfels, green area, just got clipped by that. It's passing over the radar site. That's why you see this little defined circle here near the National Weather Service office by the airport there, because the radar doesn't look straight up. It looks outward. Anyway, this is headed toward Seguin, McQueeney. You are up next. As for the exact time, making it to those locations, let's give McQueeney here the line 6:27 p.m. and then Seguin, you'd get hit at 6:32 p.m. Moving through Santa Clara, Marion, you're about to get clipped. Here in San Antonio and Bexar County, far north side, this is all pretty light in nature, but still, it's a little bit of rain to add a few more hundredths to the few hundredths we got earlier today. And this is starting to fall apart a little bit. It's mainly light in nature as it does drift onto the southeast. So, for example here, let's say Windcrest, you'd get that part of it that's near I-10 and 1604. 6:39 p.m. So this is what we have out there. This is through 8 o'clock. We'll have a few of these areas of rain moving through, then dissipating, and then clear the rest of the night. Overall accumulations, for the most part, under 1/10 of an inch, with the exception of those downpours moving through New Braunfels. Here's the big picture. Let's talk about our next system that's headed our way. And it's this big, beautiful swirl, upper level disturbance over the Pacific, headed into the Pacific Northwest, already throwing moisture there. This isn't just going to make a beeline for us. It's going to drift southward, take its sweet old time before it throws a little bit of energy and a cold front our way early next week. At that point, we've got a slight chance of a few showers and storms. Monday, we're talking Monday evening, a 30% chance. Otherwise, dry. We still have a little bit of that lingering rain through about 8 p.m. Dew point of 41 right now. That's important because humidity will be on the rise. By Saturday, you'll notice the stickiness in the air. That's going to last through Monday. And I think part of the significance of that is not only you'll feel it out there, it'll feel muggy, but it's also going to give us some morning fog and mist, and that will affect your Easter Sunday morning. That little bit of dampness that's not from rain, just fog and a little bit of mist, kind of like last Sunday. As for tomorrow morning, upper 40s locally, mid 40s in the hill country, sunny all day, unseasonably cool in the morning, but by the afternoon, we're in the upper 70s, just flirting with 80 degrees and nothing but sunshine. Mornings warm up this weekend as well, with highs back in the 80s. Coming up at 6:45. Oh, we're talking about totality and when some locations you can take your glasses off.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Adam.
Well, baseball fans are certainly going to be happy tomorrow.
Yes, hopefully for most of the country, they don't have to worry about rain. But yes, opening day, Major League Baseball. Finally tomorrow. Last year, Josh Young was the Rangers' standout rookie. And this year, Texas has 2 rookies in its starting rotation to look out for. Plus, we hear from the Brahmas after they named Chase Garbers their starting QB. How he beat out Bernie alum Quentin Dormady after the break. week, the San Antonio Brahmas officially tabbed Chase Garbers, their starting quarterback, ahead of the Brahmas season opener this Sunday against the DC Defenders. Garbers beat out Bernie High School alum Quentin Dormady for the starting role. Dormady was the team's first overall pick in the redraft and boasts a ton of experience. Garbers was a 4-year starter at Cal and signed with the Las Vegas Raiders in 2022 after going undrafted, spending most of the season on the practice squad.
Chase has had an overall better camp. Although Quentin did really well, we believe in both of them. But Chase had statistically a little bit better. He takes command. He had a great college career, and I think he'll do well here.
Yeah, I was really fortunate with my time at the Raiders, learned from a lot of great people, both players and coaches. I was really fortunate to have, a great quarterback room for my time there, learned from guys like Derek Carr and Jimmy Garoppolo, Brian Hoyer, and the list goes on and on. Ultimately, my time there has prepared me for this moment, and, I'm really fortunate for that.
Offensive coordinator A.J. Smith echoed Wade Phillips, saying the Brahmas could win with either Garbers or Dormady. Week 1 of the UFL season kicks off this weekend. The Brahmas host D.C. at 11 a.m. from the Alamo Dome on Easter Sunday. The San Antonio Spurs are out of playoff contention, and their opponent tonight, the Utah Jazz, are very close to being mathematically eliminated as well. 8.5 games back of the play-in spot, and 10 games remain. But we know with a young team like the Spurs, there's still value in playing to win at this point in the season, as San Antonio continues to evaluate its talent surrounding prized rookie Victor Wembanyama, and as Zach Collins says, build good habits for the future.
Any win we get now after the rough year we've had, no one wants to lose this much. So any win we get now is really sweet. And again, I said this morning, we have a good opportunity right now to build great habits going into next year, and that's what we're focused on.
The latest injury report tells us Wembanyama is questionable, as is Keldon Johnson, so the Silver and Black will look to replicate their success from Monday. It's a late tip-off, 8 o'clock from Delta Center. Tomorrow is Major League Baseball's opening day, and the Texas Rangers will open their World Series title defense with 2 top AL Rookie of the Year candidates in their starting lineup. Evan Carter and Wyatt Langford will join 6 All-Stars in the lineup when the Rangers raise a championship banner tomorrow night against the Chicago Cubs. Carter made his big league debut last season. He had a .306 batting average in 23 regular season games while reaching base in all 17 postseason games. Langford was the Rangers' first-round pick last summer and made an impressive ascension through the minor leagues, then had a .365 batting average with 6 homers and 20 RBI this spring. So even more to look forward to for Texas this season.
All right, getting excited.
Yes.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
So after the break, we want to give you a live look at something that's happening really right now. It's cool. It's a live look at our Weather Authority Eclipse glasses giveaway. We know that you need them if you want to enjoy the eclipse. We're going to check back in with meteorologist Sarah Spivey and Mia Montgomery. There, Sarah is waving to us. Up next. Friends, the time is finally here. We're talking about the Weather Authority Eclipse Glasses giveaway.
Yeah, let's go live to meteorologist Mia Montgomery and Sarah Spivey. They're at Yanaguana Garden, about to hand them out, ladies.
Yes, we are having so much fun. We are here with all of our wonderful friends and Miss Isabella. Isabella, how old are you? 5. She's 5 years old, and she's got her awesome Eclipse Authority glasses on, and she got a swag bag, and we're having a great time. Did you guys have a great time at this giveaway? Yeah. So we are going to have a lot more solar eclipse glasses giveaways. We are your Eclipse Authority, so make sure to tune into KSAT to see when and where we're going to give out these eclipses. We again just want to say a big thank you to everyone being here. Everybody say hi. You can wave.
Adorable. Now it's a good thing that giveaway was now and not earlier this morning. I know that there was some drizzle in some places.
Yep. Damp, and it's damp on the far north side as well. Between 410 and 1604, we have some areas of rain. We'll get to that. Take a close look at Authority radar. Talk about how long these areas of light rain will last, and more on the eclipse, the countdown. It's on. 12 days away. I've got the path of totality and some exact times when in some areas you could actually take your glasses off. We'll see you in a bit.
All right, Adam, thank you. Coming up after the break, we take you into the local 911 call center. What happens when you dial 911? Who's on the other end? Next.
It's the number you're supposed to call during an emergency, 911. But the question is, who picks up?
And did you know that you pay a fee for that service every time you pay your phone bill? KSAT explains what happens when you call or text 911.
San Antonio 911, this is Jennifer. Do you need police, fire, or EMS? My name is Jennifer Rodriguez. I am a communications call taker. I receive 911 calls and non-emergency calls.
This is the Bexar Metro Emergency Communications Center.
Was he an older male, a younger male?
Also known as a PSAP.
It's a primary safety answering point.
Here, information is always changing. Calls filled with chaos and concern come in by the second.
May I have a description of the vehicle?
In this room are call takers for the Bexar County Sheriff's Office and the San Antonio Police Department.
People's lives initially depend on what we do here.
When someone calls or texts 911, a call taker answers it and immediately asks,
do you need police, fire, or EMS?
If there is a fire or someone needs an ambulance,
we don't ask any questions first. We get fire on the line immediately.
The call is transferred to San Antonio Fire Department dispatchers who are located in this same room. Call takers like Jennifer stay on the line to see if police are needed.
May I please have a good contact number for you?
When an officer does need to respond, call takers get as much information as they can. The questions they ask are often similar, but what's on the other end can be wildly different. And some of those calls, they never forget.
I encountered a call where this wife called. Her husband had just shot himself in the head. He had initially said he was going to do it. She was calling for help, for mental health. And while she was on the phone, you heard the gun go off. You heard her scream. To hear what was going on in her screams, those things never come out of your head. You can't help but feel the pain that the person who's calling is going through.
But that pain comes with a purpose. A call taker's job is to put the info a caller gives them into what's called a key card and pass that call on to a San Antonio police dispatcher, like Kristen Rodriguez.
The dispatcher will read the key card and prioritize it, whether it be a code 1, code 2, code 3 response. It can be a robbery in progress, a shooting in progress, rape in progress. Those type of calls, of course, they're code 3 and they're our number 1 priority to get officers out there.
Dispatchers work with calls that are divided according to SAPD substations. They dispatch officers that work out of those substations based on where the caller's emergency is located. Watch what happened during our interview.
If there's an officer in that district or that section that can go to...
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I got it, Raul. Anyone that can break away, any safe officers. It's a shooting with a hit. It's a 16-year-old male that was shot in the hand. There's a second call, daughter, 16-year-old boyfriend shot himself in the hand on purpose. All officers use caution. 10-4, I have you en route. You know, do I send 2 officers? Do I send 3 officers? The hardest part is knowing that you're in charge of all these lives. And, you know, that one time you don't send cover could cost or potentially cost, you know, an officer's life.
The call center is operated by Bexar Metro. Despite the name, it is not a division of Bexar County. It's the local 911 district. There are districts like that all across the state. Bexar Metro's area includes Bexar, Comal, and Guadalupe counties.
And our primary job is to provide the resources necessary for the 911 system to work from the time a caller dials 911 to the time a call taker receives the call.
Bexar Metro provides the technology and the equipment. The 40 cities within the Bexar Metro 911 district provide the call takers, the dispatchers, and the response. Your tax dollars pay for the work of your local police and fire departments, but a fee on your phone bill pays for the 911 technology used here.
The 50-cent 911 fee that you see in your wireless bills are all wireless. Numbers have a 50-cent 911 fee that is collected collected by the state comptroller and then divided out accordingly.
There's also a 50-cent fee applied to residential landlines and VoIP lines. That's when you use an internet connection to make calls. For business lines, the fee is $1. Bear Metro works with an annual budget of around $18 million. That provides the 911 technology for the 23 emergency communication centers across Bear, Guadalupe, and Comal counties. In San Antonio, there are two, one on the north side and south side.
They're redundant to each other, so if one facility goes down, we've got the other as a backup. If something catastrophic were to happen and both facilities were down as far as our phones or CAD systems, then we partner with Austin PD. And so they would take our overflow, they'd take our 911 calls.
Someone has to be there to answer the call. For Jennifer, those calls have become her calling, no matter what she finds on the other end.
I've actually taken up knitting or crocheting, and on my break or on my lunch, I'll take a walk outside, and I know this is religious talk, but I talk to God, or I knit, or I crochet, and I have blankets that I make here. You find ways to cope, but I wouldn't see myself doing anything else. I really wouldn't.
That's what I kept thinking the whole time, trying to figure out how this system works, is how do these call takers do that day in and day out? They pass a call, they find out this really chaotic situation, the information, they pass the call on. And Jennifer was saying she wonders a lot of times what happened to that person.
The other thing I was watching when you spoke to two of them, they are so calm. And I know that that's the job requirement, right? They have to be calm because of what they're hearing. But I know when you watch movies, sometimes you see people, they're desperate and they're like, how are you so calm? But that's what they have to do. And while they're doing that, they're typing things out and getting the help out to you. Sometimes they just stay on the line with you the entire time.
They are doing their job with a lot of training, obviously, but it's something that certainly takes a lot of skill. So
we're glad we're there.
I'm appreciative to them to letting us get an inside look and share that with you. You can check out all of our KSAT Explains coverage by scanning this QR code here. If there's something that you want to see explained, let us know. You can do that right there on KSAT.com.
I don't think you need any explanation for this. What's happening outside there right now? 69 degrees, 642. Another live look outside with our live cam. It's a little bit of rain on the radar, a little grayish there. Meteorologist Adam Caskey is going to tell us how much we're going to get. That's up next.
All right, it is all Eclipse all the time because we are just a few days away at this point.
That's right. Everyone's getting ready. They're excited. What they're praying for is clear skies, but it's still too far out to tell you that.
It is, and it's stressful, okay? It is very stressful.
I'm sure it is for you.
Yeah, it is, especially in this pattern that we've been in, where we have significant cloud cover for a few days, then we clear out, and it's just back and forth. Climatologically speaking, along the eclipse path, we have the best odds of clear skies. I talked earlier about the diamond ring that you see right before totality. We call it the diamond ring because there's that little ring around the moon and this one bright shiny part that is left. You still need your glasses at this time. However, shortly after that, in the areas you see in red and blue, you can actually safely take your glasses off. This is not everywhere in San Antonio, and even places like Lytle, it basically cuts the city in half. So you really have to hone in on your exact location. We have the resources on KSAT.com, your Eclipse authority. But SeaWorld, Alamo Ranch, Helotes, the Rim, Stone Oak, even just barely at the airport, Castle Hills, Balcones Heights, you will be in totality, just not as long as locations in the Hill Country that are closer to the center line. Now, this is the estimates of when you can safely remove your glasses for the locations listed. So for example, if you're in Stone Oak on April 8th, 1:33 p.m. and 37 seconds, shortly thereafter, you should be able to safely remove your glasses. Again, we have a lot of this information on KSAT.com. But Von Army, never remove your glasses. Frost Bank Center, never. Garden Ridge, never. Downtown San Antonio, say it with me, and never. No, you can't. So it's not everywhere where we'll be in totality. Check this out. Some great photos coming in this evening of the showers off in the distance, and even better yet, actually, the double rainbows out there. Full big rainbows arcing across the sky. This one's up in Bernie. Great depiction of the double rainbow, and the colors are reversed in order in the secondary rainbow. There's always a secondary rainbow. We just can't always see it with the naked eye. All right. Taking a look at authority radar, and we have, as I flip the clicker around 20 times because I can't get it up right in the right position. These things have like 9 buttons and they can be a little tricky. So you got to use your noodle as you do and twist it around just right. Anyway, moving along I-10, this activity is petering out a little bit. It's fizzling out, but still a nice little hit of rain for Seguin. It's moving through Geronimo. It's pretty much past Seguin and soon coming to an end. We get within 1604 here in San Antonio, and just very light activity left over. One moderate shower near Lee High School here. This is your Castle Hills and Blanco Road there, just south of 410. One moderate shower left over. There could be a rumble of thunder. It's maybe some cloud-to-cloud lightning, but that's about it. Head over to Alamo Ranch, and it's intensified a bit. Moderate to heavy rain briefly hitting Alamo Ranch. This could give you a quick 1/10 of an inch in that area, and this is headed to the southeast. So let's give this a little bit of a timeline here. So this shower right here that's near Alamo Ranch and SeaWorld, that's headed to the southeast. And assuming it stays intact, this is when you'd see it at Stevens High School, 656, obviously momentarily. Ingram Park Mall, 702. Memorial High School at 710. Lanier High School at 717. This activity is going to last through about sunset and a little bit thereafter. And then we're just clear the rest of the evening. If you have outdoor plans, just wait this one out and you'll be okay the rest of the evening. Tomorrow, we start the day at 49 degrees. So a bit of a chill in the air. Maybe a sweatshirt at the bus stop. But by noon, short sleeves, sunny at 70 and then upper 70s right near 80 degrees by tomorrow afternoon. Actually, along the Rio Grande, we'll get into the 80s tomorrow. Everybody's into the 80s this weekend, and you'll notice the humidity back in action. You'll feel it this weekend. That's going to make it misty and foggy Easter Sunday morning.
All right. Thank you for that. We'll be right back after the break. So Easter's this weekend. Americans are going to spend, on average, close to $200 per person for the holiday, which comes as egg prices are also going up. So how is that going to impact your celebrations? CNN's Jen Sullivan breaks down the cost.
Grab your baskets and your wallet, because Easter spending this year is one for the record books.
Easter is certainly a popular holiday for many consumers.
Catherine Cullen with the National Retail Federation says Americans will shell out about $180 per person on Easter-related items this year, bringing total national spending to $22.4 billion. While those numbers are slightly down from last year, it's still the third highest per person spending on record. So where is that money going? Consumers will likely spend the most on candy and food, according to the NRF's annual Easter survey, followed by gifts, clothing, and decorations.
They're planning lots of special meals, picking up cards, as well as gifts to share with loved ones.
One of the most popular items are eggs, whether you're eating them, decorating them, or hunting them.
We do see that over half of households with children are planning an Easter egg hunt at home this year. That goes up to almost 60% if you have a child under 10.
But don't expect to hunt down any bargains on eggs. The average cost of a dozen large eggs was just under $3 in February, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics' most recent data. That's 47 cents higher than January. So what's causing the rise in cost? Experts say a spike in bird flu cases has impacted supply, and this time of year brings a high demand for eggs. This specific strain was first detected in the U.S. in 2022, according to the CDC. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Rain ending this evening shortly after sunset, and it's moving through right now, but it's coming to an end. And then we've got sunshine tomorrow. Bright sunshine, 40s, upper 40s in the morning, near 80 in the afternoon. Humidity returns by this weekend. That's going to mean some morning fogs Friday, but especially Saturday and Easter Sunday.
When people are going to be camping. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here on the 9th Beat.